Hello YouTube, I'm back again for part 7 of episode 4 of Let's Play Back to the Future the game. Now, as we remember, we have to get some bits and bobs for Trixie to...
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I
Hey, Emmett,
don't
got
care.
a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
I am my own superintendent. My star is on the ascendant. That's why I don't care. I don't care.
You look busy.
I don't
Why don't we
care
talk later?
what
Sure thing.
people think of me. I'm happy-go-lucky, and say I am lucky, so jolly and carefree.
to be a mother. Emma's working on the invention's lab, yes. Go to Emma's lab and ask him about his new invention. I have asked him about his new invention. It's this mind-reading thing here.
It won't be distressful, 'cause I don't care.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
I thought I did this.
Hey,
The test subject wears this mind-mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind-mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that?
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe, but to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Map. Later.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Give me a second. Okay, I'm back, and I was just quickly checking the last video, and yes,
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together, once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
yeah, so I had done that mind map thing before, so apologies for redoing it, but sometimes I set to save and it's not actually saved. Right. Do I have in my inventory my own mind map? The answer to that question is no.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's
Yeah, we know that if you want to take on Emmett's mind map and go replace it with something, it's obvious what we've got to do. It's go and get the... This is where I wanted to do the hints. Let's go. Maybe it's
Emmett?
Yeah?
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes. It's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter. What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
Anyway, did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Could you tell me how this mental alignment meter works again?
Of course. Now, pay attention. Subjects put on the mind-mapping helmet, which I activate with this radio switch.
Check.
The subject is then exposed to a series of visual stimuli provoking positive, negative, or indifferent reactions that are recorded by the mind map printer.
Yep.
Right.
Once a mind map is completed, it can be inserted into the mental alignment meter to pronounce judgment on the subject's mental state.
Okay, I think I got it.
So,
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
so if I've got an idea.
According to Emmet, this thing prints out mind maps.
So if we...
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens
Red
of subjects I've
Thomas.
tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really.
If you're wondering why I laughed at Red Thomas, that's the name of the mayor in 55.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding.
Right. Can I can't seem to...
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
This kid Tannen's mind.
Yeah, we
You
know.
can tell he's a criminal just by look.
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Yeah,
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Right, so can... Now I know it's a degenerate criminal. I'm guessing if I...
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Yeah, so how do we...
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map,
We need to make him a degenerate criminal, so... There's gotta be an answer. There's got to be an... Mind map test switch. Switch it on.
Ah, that's the stuff.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I am my own superintendent.
according to Emmet, this thing prints out mind.
That's why I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. What
This thing reads Emmett's mind maps.
I'm happy-go-lucky and say I am plucky, so jolly and carefree. I don't care. I don't care.
This thing reads Emmett's.
Yeah, we know that.
Stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful, 'cause I don't care. They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care.
According to Emmet,
May or
this thing
may
prints out.
not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of independent. I
Ew.
am my own superintendent.
Ugh, did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on.
I don't care.
Well, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
So jolly and carefree. I don't care. I don't care. If I do get the mean and stony stare. If I'm never successful, it won't be distressful.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
Well, the rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it sends out an electric shock.
I got some negative reactions, we got some positive reactions, but I don't know if this is helping at all. Time for a hint. Right. Emmett stew, the algae cakes, the record player, the bacteria tank, and the Jacob's ladder. What is Jacob's ladder when it's at home?
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
You look a little... constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture.
Hey.
I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Oh god, another reference. Peabody Farm.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Where is the photo album? There it is.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
It's got photographs. I'm still got to convince Edna that... Oh, sorry. Still got to convince Edna that he's not a Mars citizen. Well, can.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Okay. The fish tank. Stew pot. Generator.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Oh, so I've got to switch the test back on. Right, sorry about that again. Well, I'll come back next time and progress onwards with solving the mind mapping issue. Thank you for watching.